Hello everyone, welcome back to the virtual workspace. This is the fourth part of our video troubleshooting common issues in Citrix. And today's video, we will understand how to troubleshoot the slowness issue in Citrix. So we will understand two type of slowness issue. If it is session taking a longer time to log in or load. So first we understand how to troubleshoot that issue, and second one, if Citrix publish application or desktop working slow, so we will understand how to troubleshoot that. Also, end of this video, we will understand what is ICA latency and uh, ICA RTT latency. Um, so if there is issue while loading session, it's taking time. uh, First, while troubleshooting this type of issue, it is very important to understand the issue. um, uh, is that issue with specific user, I mean a single user, or multiple user are affected. Also, we need to understand that if the user from specific location, user from specific location only facing this issue, or issue with the all environment. So best way to assign that application, and try to launch that with our ID, and try to understand the issue where exactly the slowness is there. So um, if session are taking a longer time, that the troubleshooting this type of issue, first we need to check the profile, profile store. Normally in Citrix, we use a roaming profile, or that profile store on the file share server, and from there it will load to the session server using Citrix profile management tool or FS Logic. So that profile is not a local profile, it load from the other server. So if there any latency between if there any network latency between the file share server and Citrix session server, in that scenario also it works slow. So we need to check the network connectivity between file share server and the session server. Also, if the file share server working so performance is performing slow, and hard disk read write speed is slow on that server, due to that also it would work slow. So that we need to check. And sometime if we are configure the default printer, and that the printer is not online while loading the session, due to that it could work slow. So we have to find out the default devices, and if there any default configure device offline, that due to that also it take time to load the session. uh, that detail we will get from the director. I will show you that. Actually, it will director is very helpful to, it will give us that information from where exactly the delay. And the third common reason is group policy. So if you configure the multiple group policy, and due to that, um, so let me log into the director. So if you configure multiple group policy, and due to that also it's take time if there is in a look, if the policy are not properly configured, so that you need to check. So using director we will get the exact breakdown, like actually where exactly the slowness is. Let me search for one user. If you just search the session, you will get the detail from here. So let me check for this particular session. So from director we will get this information. Let me once you from here, You need to just click on the view details, and from here, if you we will get all the information like the endpoint IP address, and the endpoint device name, and the other machine detail, session was machine detail, and delivery group. All the information from we will get the here. Uh, we will if you access the hosted application, that detail also, uh, from here we will get that detail, exact application name. So now we will check the session login time. So for this particular session, it took around 25 seconds. So and if you just scroll down here, it will just give that exact detail, like which component take more time. The first one is broken. So for delivery controller to find out the application server, and the broke that the for that session broken, it take around 0.12 second. And for VM start, it's showing 0, as we are able to, our session server is server is multi-session server, and it's on. If we access dedicated machine, and if that is powered on, in that scenario we will get that time here. For dedicated VM, it might be take time. So because normal, if it is that device is off, it take time to power on that device, and that detail we get here. SDX connection, for SDX to create SDX connection, Citrix, for this session Citrix needed 1.72 second. Authentication, it's 0.08 second. And the profile loading, it took around 0.30 second. So if you click on detail, you will get the all profile details also, like profile size and the file details. So if the profile size is more than 10 GB, in that scenario also it could take time to load that profile. So if it is more than uh, normally 2 GB, sorry, it's not any more than 2 GB, so you need to reset the profile. And so size and all things we will get from this here. So now logon script, it's showing 0, as we didn't configure any logon script. So for GPU, it is taking just for we have configured this 2 GPU. One is Citrix default policy, and the other one is we configure this one for the Citrix profile management. Its total time took both policy 0.08 second. So from here you will get the exact breakdown, and you will get the idea if session are taking time. So if you just click on just click on the affected session, and if you just click here, if you click here, you will get if you get that detail. And if you just click on the session logon, you will get that detail, and it will help you to find out the affected component, and then you can troubleshoot accordingly. So if it is slowness, just use the director. If it is slowness while login into the application, and sessions are taking longer time, then use the director to find out affected component, and then you can troubleshoot that. Okay, so now we just understand our second issue. If slowness in publish application. So if let me just uh, check this session. So if the slowness, let me okay. If the publish application working slow, so first we need to understand where exactly the slowness. So now, while supporting application level slowness issue, if user if user facing issue inside the application, first we need to uh, check the application server performance. So this is our session host server, and current let me open the task managers. So first we have to find out, we have to check our session host server performance. So currently the three sessions are active, and if you just click here, you will get the user detail actually. So and current you need to find out the current utilization. uh, CPU utilization currently is 20 to 30%, and memory RAM utilization 25%. So it's normal performance. Also you need to find out the network performance. If it is high, due to that the session could work slow. So if the server session or server utilization high, in that scenario you need to add one more server, or you can increase the ram and uh, ram and CPU on that server as per the load. And the other reason, if application if user access the application and user facing slowness inside the application, that could due to a database server issue. For some application uh, uh, that connect to the database, and if that database server is not work if that database server working slow, or not performing well, due to that also application works slow. So to troubleshoot that type of issue, we need to just log in into the application, and if user if application working slow, while if user query any data for that particular function, user facing slowness, that means issue on the either with the network or the database server, that we need to check. And also you can use the director to find director also help to troubleshoot the session slowness issue. So if you just for now I open this application, if you click on process, you will get the detail actually, current utilization. Uh, Here we will get the RAM and processor utilization, and if you click on the session performance, you will get the here you will get the information actually. So this particular diagram, actually it will help you to understand where exactly the slowness. So so if it is there are two, if it is ICA latency, currently it's showing 1 millisecond. So ICA latency means it will calculate network delay between the endpoint device and the delivery agent. So it will just calculate network delay. uh, if it is more than 300 millisecond, then in that scenario it would work slow. So um, if it is more than ICA RTT, that's the um, sorry, if the ICA latency is more than uh, 300 millisecond, that means some issue with the network, and then we have to check the local network issue uh, between endpoint device and the VDA agent. And the second term here is so say I s- RTT calculate it is calculate a total time to take for user action, like mouse click or keyboard stroke, to travel from the endpoint device to VDI agent and back. This calculate network delay, um, and the server processing time, and the Citrix protocol overhead. In short, ICA RTT reflect the actual user experience. So suppose if you so ICRTT calculate, suppose user clicked or any application and open that application, and that packet, that particular command sent from the endpoint device to the VDA or publish application. And once that package reached, or that command reached to the application server, server need to proceed that command. So server proceed that command and generate the output, and that particular package or data again transfer to the endpoint devices. So that particular ICRTT, it's calculate this thing in ICRTT, including that it calculate the network delay to sending that package. So if ICRTT more than again, if it is more than 300 millisecond, then that means some issue with the application server. And if there is a delay on latency, ICA latency, that is means the purely network network communication delay between the VDA agent and um, an endpoint device. And if it is ICRTT is more, uh, it always more than ICRTT always more than ICA latency, because uh, it calculate network and server performance, so it is always more. But it's if it is high, then we need to check the server performance and network. So this will help to troubleshoot the issue. And accordingly, if issue with the server, that we need to check. And if issue with the network, then maybe we need to find out, or we know network team to troubleshoot that issue. So this is all about slowness issue. Please like this video and subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching.